Good afternoon.
Good
Welcome back to Passionate World Talk Radio. Educate, enlighten, entertain. And you can also hear us on Cool Your Heels with Lillian Caldwell every Tuesday evening from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern on AM, FM 247.com. This afternoon, we have a special guest, a widow, Mrs. Berrahat, whose husband wrote a book called Our Common Faith. And you can see in the background, Mrs. Berrahat with her husband holding up the book. Now, why was it so important that you bring your husband's words to light?
It's because he has written his memoir, and Our Common Faith is part of a bigger book, A Dream for Peace. And I brought that out now because he wanted to have a foundation to bring people together of different faiths for more understanding. That means about peace. So that's why I'm having this book, this part of this book, separate from the memoir.
So, what in particular did your husband feel that we, as a community of people, needed to work on in order to bring our faiths together?
It's because he was a Muslim, and he was a devout Muslim, and I am a fervent Roman Catholic, and we have been married for 40 years without any problem together, helping me, taking me to church on Sundays, and going to the mosque on Fridays, and it has been like he performed 9 times the Hajj. That means the big pilgrimage, Islamic pilgrimage, and his best friend are bishop, archbishop, and even all cleric from the Vatican. And he thought that it was a pity that we have this problem of religion, and we should get together as a people, as human beings, and have the right to practice our faith the way we want. And we shouldn't be strangers to each other because we worship in a different way. So that was his main purpose. And, to share our blessing with others. And that's why I'm trying to do in this foundation, to share our blessing with others. We shouldn't fight about faith.
So, what is the commonness? What is where both of the faiths, Muslim, Christianity, or any of the faiths, all come together? The principles, right, remain the same. So, let's name some of the principles.
But the principle is the love of God and the love of your neighbor. So, if you live that way, you're okay, and you don't transgress anything in any faith.
So you don't go around judging people. You accept people as they are.
As they are. They should be, because the Almighty has created them the way they are. So why should I think something, bad about them? They have to be the way they are, and I have to embrace them the way they are.
So how would you bring up a child in a common faith so that they understand that peace is more important than to elevate somebody over someone else and make them adhere to those particular principles?
Yes, because the first thing is like to make a child understand that he has to praise the Lord and to pray, but his way of praying may be different of the way of somebody else is praying, but we are all praying to the Almighty. And if he wanted to have only one way of prayer, he would have done that because he has done so many good things and so many different things. So we should respect the will of the Almighty.
Exactly. Do you feel with this common faith then that there should be both men and women as clergymen to work? Or is it just where the person can go and say, "Hi, God, I need to talk to you"?
I think that, women are there. They can help. Women should help. But wherever you are and wherever you do, you work for the Lord. So, I don't see any major, you know, difference in doing things, but, you know, try to serve the Almighty.
When your husband wrote his memoir, how did he set it up? Is it a personal journey that he took spiritually to bring people into his vision of what he felt would be a good way of blending the faiths together?
It's not only about faith, because my husband first was a freedom fighter. He was born in Algeria, and at the time, Algeria was a French colony. And when he passed high school, he finished high school, he went to study medicine in Bordeaux. And right after that, start the Algerian War, Independence War. So he wanted to enroll to fight for the independence of his country. And have been being in the fight, uh, he was in contact with all kind of people, and especially in the he took his fight in the Morocco, because people was fighting at the border, you know, or border of Algeria, because the border was the main. They fighting inside Algeria, but also on the borders, like in Tunisia, in Morocco, the closest to Algeria. And he met with Mr. Hammond, was a consul of the United States in Morocco, and he had a great admiration for the young Algerian freedom fighter. And he said, "Well, we admire what you are doing, and would like to grant you some scholarship." It was a Fulbright scholarship to come and study in the United States. And so you can talk about the suffering of the Algerian people and what Algeria was about, and help your people from the other side of the ocean. And my husband was, lucky with 9 Algerian, and he came to study in here. So he studied at Indiana University at Bloomington, and he earned a master and a PhD in microbiology. And he thought he was selected to teach at the Yale Medical School. But when he was teach as a lecturer at the Yale Medical School, he was still, in the mood of thinking that this is not enough. He has to do more. He's helping people because it's biologic and so on. He's helping for cancer, but he has to do more about the world. That means the more world at large. That means for peace. It's not enough to work only on one field. So he resigned from his tenure at Yale and accept the proposal from President Houphouët-Boigny of Côte d'Ivoire to come and help develop Africa and bring about peace around the world. So he was a diplomat, an ambassador for peace. And, he circled the world many, many, many times. And offline.
You're doing fine.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, you also set up a foundation, right?
Yes.
Could you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, the foundation is like, that's why these are common faith is part of his book, of his memoir. His memoir is A Dream for Peace. And our common face is a part of his memoir. And because he wanted to set up a foundation about faith, because he thought that it was, with all the problems that we have about faith all over the world, that the extremists, and then, so people think that all Muslims are extremists. This is not the case. They are regular people and people who love, their neighbor and want to do something. So he thought that it was constructive in all his work for peace to set a foundation, and so people can meet, and especially young people, teenagers, for them to learn. Because when you are already an adult and then you did understand those things, it's maybe a little bit too late.
Yeah, you're pretty much formed and how you do things, and your reactions are already created.
But when you are a teenager, like you're old, you know who you are. You are anchored in your faith. You can be a Jewish, a Muslim, or Christian. You know who you are, but you are open to different things. So if you have the chance to meet other young people of your age, you will see that they are not so different from you, but they worship in a different way. So later, within 10 years, when you are going to be a decision maker for us in the United States, you won't listen to what other people will say. You will think with your own mind and say, okay, I met them. They're not so different. They are good people. Some people do wrong things, but they are not all that way. So you will make your own mind, and it's going to bring about peace. Those are the soldiers for peace.
Which is important.
Very important too, because they are the future of the world. And we
yes. Yes.
Peace in our world.
So what
understanding.
What kind of activities do you do with these teens in order to get them used to thinking with their heart instead of just with their heads?
You know what? I did just get started, and I have a very heartwarming meeting with them. I think it's maybe November 11th, not this month. And I have 4 from the Christian faith, 4 from the Islamic faith, and it was so touching, and also 2 from the Jewish faith. And one from the Jewish faith, he was wearing his kippah, and one girl from the Islamic faith, she has her scarf, and the other gentleman, young teenager from the Islamic faith, he has a tie. He was wearing a tie, and the first one was having his Muslim attire. And when I asked them if they could explain to each other about their faith, and I asked them, and so the Jewish teenager told me, this fact, I wear my kippah because it's my connection to the Almighty. And the young Muslim girl who has a scarf, you say, I'm not forced to wear a scarf. I make the decision to wear a scarf because for me, I feel closer to the Almighty. And she has next to her another Muslim girl. She has her long hair, so doing whatever they want. And it was touching because they were saying spiritually, I feel closer to her. So 15 years old, spiritually, I feel closer. So that makes me think that, they know what they are doing. So we should accept them the way they are.
It distinguishes them. It gives them their identity. And they need this identity to keep them firmly tied down where they can relate to other kids with their own identity. So they're alike, but they're different.
They are different in the way they worship.
Yes.
They were so happy to meet. They were so happy. It was beyond my expectation, because after we have lunch together, they didn't want to leave the place. They wanted to talk and talk and talk and talk. So we need more of those things.
I think you're right. It gives them an opportunity to really explore, still within the safety net of their country and of their parents and the community in which they're created. But at the same time, it gives them a doorway from which they can go out of and actually see a wider world.
Yes, that's important.
And that's very important. Yes.
Very important. And so that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so do you hope to develop more foundations all over the world? Do you have sort of like a game plan of what you're going to do with it?
Yes, I hope so, but I'm starting here. And I wanted to be more anchored here, but I would like to develop all over the world because it's my husband's idea and his ideas, and I embrace that. And because we were blessed to be married and have no problem about our faith. And 40 years.
Yeah, you're doing good, kid.
Yes.
So, are you planning on maybe writing some books of your own, addressing what your husband started?
I think that I'm going to continue to be more in the grassroots. I think grassroots, because my husband, as a diplomat, he always told me that the more important thing, it was not the big conferences. He can meet people, he met people there, but for decision, it's better to have that in a small group. Just have a dinner table so you can explain what your idea and listen to the other, because others, they are not wrong 100% and you are never right 100%. Even if they are wrong, there is something that they are right about. So you can listen more. And so if you give them credit for what they are right about, they were more willing to listen to you. So start to give them some credit about what they're about.
Absolutely. Yes.
You can have. So I prefer the grassroots instead of writing more books. Or he has written for both of us is enough.
That's true. That's true. You have to get the word out. So, Mrs. Berrahat, could you please tell everybody where they can find you on the World Wide Web, how they can connect with you, where they can find your books, and anything else you want to add?
But the book is published. They can find the book on Amazon.
Okay.
For like 3 weeks, an Amazon bestseller. Our Common Faith, and the Dr. Ghoulem Berrahat Foundation, it's www.berrahatfoundation.org, and we have the website, and also the email address. They can contact me, and then we have the address also for the foundation.
So is the website Our Common Faith?
No, the website is it's a www.berrahatfoundation.org.
Okay, great.
And the book is Our Common Faith, the plea for interfaith harmony.
And hold up your memoir that he wrote too, the big one. Yeah, there, A Dream for Peace.
A Dream for Peace.
That's right, by Dr. Ghoulem Berrahat. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you look up on the portrait, Dr. Berrahat is back there with his wife. Very nice. You have anything else you would like to add? No? No. Terrific. Well, thank you all very much for listening to Cool Your Heels with Lillian and interviewing Mrs. Berrahat and bringing her husband's book, A Dream for Peace, and the common one, Our Common Faith, out for his dream to see how he can achieve this with today's youth. And you can hear this on Cool Your Heels next Tuesday evening from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern on AMFM247.com. on youtube.com/PWR Network LLC, linkedin.com/PWR Network, also on facebook.com/PWR Talk, twitter.com/PWR Network, and https://passionateworldtalkradio.com. And before you go away and stray, Dr. Johnson had this to say in 1758, Scarce anything awakens attention like a tale of cruelty. Yes. Well, thank you all very much for joining us this afternoon. And until next time, have a good weekend.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm delighted you showed. Thank you for joining us.